Let's do this. And hello, all, and welcome to another live stream. I'm your host, Rob. So, on today's agenda, we will be talking about the CDC versus the state of Florida. Yes, it has gone back into the courts, and the judge is taking some more time to come up with a decision. As one of the Justice Departments wants to have more details into what they think is fair upon cruising out of the state of Florida. Let's welcome on in our viewers. Just type on in hello and we can welcome you on in. Just give me a moment so I can deal with my pooch. Sorry about that. I just didn't want to have my pooch running up and down the stairs and have him all over the place. So hopefully he will come on down for us so we can have a excellent live stream. Yeah, so like I was saying, the CDC and the state of Florida are back in court fighting it over, and the judge is giving more time to come up with a solution, as the mediation did not work at all. They could not come to an agreement on both ends. So the judge needs more time to come up with a judgment on what he wants to do and rule. And next, on the Celebrity Millennium that was sailing out of St. Martin, there were, unfortunately, 2 people that did test positive to COVID. But as things have rolled out, things have not changed the atmosphere on the cruise, which is excellent. And that it was 2 people in the same cabin, and they are getting treated exactly the same as if they were able to wander the ship. The Celebrity Millennium is actually heading back to St. Martin right now to offload all its passengers. So on the Celebrity Millennium, it did have 2 positive cases, and they are handling it as mature, as they're supposed to be handling in their protocols. So that is excellent that Celebrity is taking care of it and following the protocols that they set out for safe back to sailing. Let me know what you guys think about that story. If you have heard about it, or if this is the first time you're hearing about it, let me know, and I will try to go into more details for you. Alright, so next on my agenda is talking about the Royal Caribbean that sailed out of Nassau this past Saturday. Tomorrow, they are due to be in Cozumel, Mexico, as that is their next, and I believe their final port stop before they start heading back towards NASA. But I could be wrong. Let me know in the chat if that isn't their final stop before heading off to NASA. But to this moment, there has been no cases at all on that ship or any incidents that has been reported. So let's hope that it goes nice and smoothly for them, and there won't be any issues so we can get sailing back out of the United States. All right. Now, Carnival has been in the talks very lately, and they are scheduled to start sailing on July 4th out of the state of Florida. Now, let me ask, how is that possible if they still have that lawsuit against the CDC? Well, there is no cruise ban right now. So, all they need to do is sail with a capacity of 95% passengers vaccinated and 98% crew members vaccinated. So that's all they need to do just to be able to sail out of America. So, would you want to be on that cruise and be one of the 95 or even if the 5% of not vaccinated? 95% vaccinated and 5% not vaccinated. Would you want to be on that July 4th cruise on Carnival? Let me know in the chat. And let along all the other viewers know too. For me, if I was able to, I would love to be on that cruise. But unfortunately, I have a border in my way and a nice, good, hefty bill. Because upon return, I won't be fully vaccinated. In addition, I won't be able to get onto the cruise because I won't be fully vaccinated. I still gotta wait for the final dose. But if you've been fine, have got all your doses, would you want to be on that cruise? Let me and all the other viewers know if you would like in the chat. And if you're watching the replay, please leave it in the comment section down below. Moving to the next one, which we're talking about the 95 and 98%. What is your guys' thoughts about that? Would you want to be part of that 95, 98%? Because in my case, I'll be saying 95%, and I have a kid under the age of 12, that means they would have to fall under that 5%. Now, if we have other cruisers on that cruise that choose not to take the vaccine for not medical or purpose reasons, they can apply under that 5%. That could bump my kid, which I don't have a kid, just so you guys know, but that could bump my kid out of that 5%, meaning that my child could not cruise. Now, being a good uncle or maybe a father or wherever the connection to the kid is to me, that could also bump me out, which will increase the numbers of that 5%. So more unvaccinated people could cruise because now I've dropped out. Maybe the other person in my cabinet has also dropped out if they are above the age of 12. So that could differ the numbers. And then you're still going to have that 98% because it's 98% of people vaccinated. So out of 10 people, only 8, if my math is correct, need to be vaccinated, which will bump up the unvaccinated numbers. So, how would that make you guys feel if your child or someone who cannot be vaccinated be not allowed to cruise because they allowed someone else who's choosing not to be vaccinated? Now, I'm not being, what's the word I'm looking for? Pressuring on people to say, go get vaccinated. It is totally up to you guys if that's what you want to do. But if I was the cruise lines, I would be giving priority to the ones who physically cannot be vaccinated because either they're too young or some health reasons or whatever reasons are out there and approved by a medical professional. But let me know what you guys think about that 95-98%. And if you agree or disagree, I'm okay if you disagree with my thoughts. I'm fine with that. But let me know what you guys think about that 95 and 98% in the comment section down below if you're watching the replay, or in the chat if you're joining me live here today. But that is my thoughts about that 95-98%. Because that could affect some people that are vaccinated, that they can't cruise simply because they have others that are choosing not to be vaccinated. But let's move off this vaccination talk of that 95-98%. And I can see that we have 2 people lurking, watching on in. Don't be shy. Jump on into the chat and say hello. The next question I have out there for you guys is, do you guys have any upcoming trips? Let me know and all the other viewers know if you have any upcoming trips. My next trip is actually scheduled for this August, and I'm planning to go up north for a few days. But when you want to talk cruising, it is about 467 days away. I would have to look up the exact number, but it's over a year away. And it is in September, October, on the Carnival Mardi Gras. When I'm thinking Mardi Gras, it's not Carnival Mardi Gras, the Carnival Horizon. So, I will be sailing out of the Carnival Horizon in September, October of 2022. Excuse me there for a second. So let me know and all the other viewers know if you have any upcoming trips. Alright. What's next I would like to talk about with you guys today is next point, getaway, days away. That doesn't make sense. Let me just read my little chicken scratch here. I have some notes. I know you guys can't really see it. I'll kind of put it a little up for you guys. I make little notes on topics that I would like to talk about. That kind of helps me during my live streams to make sure I hit all the stuff I want to hit. So let me read my little chicken scratch for a moment. I'm not sure what I was trying to say there. Let's try one last time. Next point. Getaway. Days away. Okay. Next point. Getaway. Days away. I'm not sure what I was trying to say there, but we will skip that one because I can't quite remember what I was trying to say there. So, as we skip that one, upcoming to the channel. What is upcoming to this channel is actually nothing much new from last week. I am going to be starting working on the green screen so we don't have to look at this ugly background. So I can actually have some pictures. So if you would like for me to use one of your background pictures, please do email it to me at this email address, which is cruising on a I with a T, T's at gmail.com. Email it to me at that email address with permission that I can use your photo background picture in my next upcoming lives. But I will be working upon trying to get the green screen up and running. Beyond that, there is nothing else too new going on with this channel. But for sure, if you would like to come up either today or in the future onto my live, you're more than welcome. Just send me a note, either here on the live chat or email to me, and you are more than welcome to come on up on my live. The next agenda on my topic today we are going to be talking about is, do we have any creators or supporters in the house. Please type it on into the chat if you are a supporter or a creator. And let's give some love out to all those creators we have out here today. Next is talking about the Alaska season. The Alaska season is going to happen this year as they are been approved to skip the Canadian border so they don't have to come into Vancouver or Victoria. So that is excellent for Alaska as they have already lost one season to come on in for cruising. So they will get their cruising season. So I am happy for Alaska as it will be sailing out of Seattle. Let me know if you have been to Alaska before, as one day I will make it up there, and who knows, it may be a group cruise. If you would also like to see a group cruise, let me know in the chat. And also, there is a poll on Patreon that I have going. Please come on over to Patreon and follow my page on Patreon. The fees are fairly low on Patreon. So if you would like to join me on Patreon, please consider joining over there on Patreon. And of course, I'm also on Facebook. There is a Facebook group for cruising on the high seas. You can, if you're not part of that group yet, please consider sending an invitation to one of the admins or myself to request to join the Facebook group. I have just posted the Facebook group link up on the chat and up on the screen right now. So if you're not part of that group, come on over and show your cruising love over there. And while we are showing some love, if you would like to, it is fully optional. I was about to say not optional, but I mean it is optional. If you want to show some support to this channel, you do have two ways you can show some love and support by making a donation to this channel, which is being posted in the chat right now. But the best way you can make your support at $0 is by hitting that like button, subscribing, and last but not least, ringing that bell and sharing the content with everyone you know and you run into that loves cruising. Those are some awesome and great ways you can support this very channel. But please do consider in subscribing if you have not yet already. Alright, we are wrapping on down to the bottom of the hour. So, as things are starting to get wrapped up to the bottom of the hour, I'm turning the tables over to you guys. And ladies, of course. If you would like to play a game of Menti, let me know in the chat. And we can play a round or two of Menti. Let me know. And we can play a round of Menti. You do need 2 devices. Let me know and I will pull up the game for you guys and ladies. Alright, so we're not seeing too much action moving on in here today. So, with all that said, we are going to start wrapping it on up then at the bottom of the hour. So, in recap, we did talk about the CDC versus the state of Florida back in court. And the judge is taking some time to make his ruling upon if the CDC can ban cruising out of the state of Florida. But as soon as the governor doesn't declare a state emergency anymore, the CDC loses a lot of ground on what they can and cannot do. Next, we did talk about the celebrity millennium. There were 2 positive cases on the celebrity millennium. They were quarantined for the rest of the cruise, and they're now heading back to St. Martin, and they have not experienced any side effects, symptoms, and are still enjoying the cruise as they are still out, if they were still able to be out and about the cruise. After that, we did talk about the Royal Caribbean out of Nassau. Tomorrow, they will be in Cozumel and then making their way back towards Nassau. After that, we did start talking about Carnival cruising in July. July 4th, to be exact, they have a cruise set out of Florida. I believe it was out of Port Canaveral, but I'll have to double check that one out, which port it was out of. But let's hope Carnival can get cruising next month out of Florida. After all that, we did talk about the 95 and 98%. 95% passengers need to be vaccinated and 98% crew have to be vaccinated. We did cover a bit of that, and let me know what your guys' thoughts are on that topic. As if you have a child or someone who's not able to take the shot, you may not be able to cruise because someone else is taking up that 5%. Let me know, and all the other viewers know in the chat or in the description down below. After all that, we did talk about if you had any upcoming trips. For me, I do have a trip planned in August. Well, I will be heading on up north for a few days. And then I believe it's about 474, I think I said. I would have to look up what the number is to my next cruise that I'm pretty much guaranteed to cruise on. I do have some other ones planned in advance, but those are not for sure in stone that they are going to move forward. After all that, we did talk about my upcoming plans for this channel. I am going to start working on a green screen, so we don't have to have this natural background. So if you would like to see your photo that you took of your back shot of a cruise going by, maybe a nice picture, whatever you would like, please do email it over to me at cruising on the high seas with a T at gmail.com and give permission that I am allowed to use that photo. After all that, we did start talking about the Alaska season. Alaska will be cruising, so they don't have to come on into either Vancouver or Victoria. They are allowed to avoid those ports, and they got the approval for this year only. And last but not least, we did talk about the ways you can support this very channel. The best way you can support this channel is by smashing that like button, subscribing, ring the bell with the notifications set to all, and sharing this content out to everyone you know and run into on and off the ships. If you would like to contribute more than that, you are able to do that either through Patreon or PayPal. You can find the links in the description bar down below in all of my videos and live streams. So please consider supporting in one or many ways. And after all that, we just called out to see if we have any creators or supporters to type it on into the chat so we can spread the love out to all the creators we have here live today. So if you are a creator, please type in hashtag creator so you can be recognized in the chat and get some people over to your channel. Later on tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, we will have the Bezos coming on live. I will be posting their link in the description bar in a brief moment. Let me just double check this is the one. Genies. No, that's not the one. All right. Just give me a brief moment and I will post their next live if they have it posted. All right, they don't have it posted. So after the Bezos, we will be having MGM Travel coming on at 8 o'clock. I'm pretty sure they have theirs already posted. Here it is. So here is the link to MGM Travel. They go live at 8 o'clock tonight Eastern. So head on over there and show them some love and let them know that I sent you there. And last but not least, I believe Nautical Nurse Nancy might be going live, but she might be doing a pop-up. So after MGM, head on over to Nautical Nurse Nancy and check her out and see if she's going live. I will post her link for you guys. And you can check out, see if she's heading on live. This is her link to her page. Check her out and see if she's going live, but I do know she is on the cruise out of NASA. And for the Bezos, they don't have one posted right now, but I do believe they will be going live today at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So I will give you their link to their page and just check out their link. This is their last Tuesday live stream. So click on this and this will take you to their page to find out if they are going live today. But as of right now, they do not have anything up there posted. So click on that link, subscribe to them if you have not done so yet already for the Visos, and just keep an eye on that page if they do go live tonight, as I don't see a link yet for their live stream. Those are the ones that are going live today, later on tonight. Well, I'm going to wrap up this video here for you guys all today, unless you guys would like to play a game of Menti. Let me know in the chat if you would like to play along that game. Alright, so I'm going to wrap up this video here for you guys all today. I would like to thank you all for coming on out to my live stream today. And I look forward to seeing you all again in my next live stream. And of course, in my comment sections for all my videos. Once again, I'm your host, Rob, from Cruising on the High Seas. And until then, I will see you on the high seas. Bye for now.